Okay. Good morning to our audiences in Europe and in the East and the West, and good afternoon to all Indian viewers watching us live on YouTube and on Zoom. And very warm good afternoon to you, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. Mr. Rajesh Kumar is the country business manager for India, Bangladesh, and Indonesia for Kalfrisa. Kalfrisa, as you all know, was born in the year 1965, and in the year 2000, February 2009, it acquired incinerators division from a company in Barcelona, and the company is dedicated to the design, supply of equipment, plants, and technologies for heat recovery, air or gas heating, incineration, and industrial heating. And it's well known. Kalfrisa is a company well known, and we are very fortunate to have with us the country manager, country business head for India, Bangladesh, and Indonesia for Kalfrisa, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. Welcome to our interview show, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. A warm welcome to you, and wishing you greetings of the season. And today we are also celebrating Sankranti, so on warm Sankranti greetings to you. So we will start with the questions, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, if you're ready.
Please.
My first question is, after wishing you and your team Kalfrisa Happy New Year. We understand that Kalfrisa was established in 1965, and in 1975, it started introducing products for industrial application. While by the end of the year 2005, the company became a 100% family-owned organization and started spreading its wings across the world. Now, my question is, when did Kalfrisa start its Indian operations, and how has the journey been so far?
Yes, good day, Mr. Mukherjee and team of Steel and Metallurgy. I thank you very much first. And also good day to all the viewers. Happy New Year. And also Happy Makar Sankranti and Pongal. May this festival of harvest bring joy and prosperity and abundance. So the foundation of Kalfrisa was laid back in 1965, as told by you, but they were operating in a very limited geography. But in nearly last 2 decades, since 2005, Kalfrisa continuously grew and evolved, geared up to face the globe by breaking the shackles of limited geography. Through this journey, Kalfrisa focus on outstanding quality has been consistent and unrelenting. In its journey, Kalfrisa focused on building and leveraging relationship with the best players in the world and its relentless pursuit of excellence. Like when starting off as an European manufacturer, Kalfrisa decided to serve Indian steel market and society since 2020. And as Kalfrisa was a known brand in the Indian market, they were not aliens. Like even if someone don't use Apple products, they are quite aware of the brand. They are quite aware of the reputation. So it is like that only. Indian market were using Kalfrisa products, so they were knowing the reputation beforehand. Having a strong, recognizable brand, which has consistent identity throughout steelmaker in the world, helped us to differentiate ourselves from small competitors or other competitors, whatever we were having. This is advantageous when you penetrate into a market. Your brand name, your brand value matters. This also lends a sense of credibility as well as competitive edge to Kalfrisa.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. Now coming to the brand that you were referring to, which is already well known. Primarily, Kalfrisa is known as the heat recovery system supplier and energy management company. Now, what is the scope of your supply to the steel industry, primarily for recuperators, preheaters, and heat recovery systems? You know, India is the largest DRI producer in the world. So you have a good application there itself, which we will come to later. But overall, what is the scope of your supply to the steel industry? If you could briefly explain.
Look, sir, you rightly said it. Basically, Kalfrisa is an energy management company. To be honest, a few years back, before my joining with Kalfrisa, I was using Kalfrisa equipment by last 18 years. I was in the leading furnace manufacturing company of the world. So I was using the equipment, I was knowing the reputation, but I was not knowing the whole truth. I was not knowing that apart from heat exchangers, Kalfrisa has many wings of working. So Kalfrisa, their main strength is they understand the need of customers. They focus on future technology, environment protection plans, as well with the help of very high level R&D team. We are working not only on the heat exchanging, but we are also working on preheaters of sulfuric acid plants. We are also working on incinerators, general waste and medical waste management systems. We are also collaborating with many European universities to develop solution of using hydrogen as a fuel, and how can we make it. So we are having different wings, and we are working to make it sustainable.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. I think you have more or less identified the core areas where Kalfrisa has its strengths, particularly not just in heat recovery, but in energy management as a whole, and also using hydrogen as an alternate source of energy. Kalfrisa is working towards carbon footprint reduction across the world. Thank you so much for educating us on this. Now, we all know that within a very short time, and the credit must goes to you, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, that Kalfrisa India has been successful in generating adequate business from steel industry. If I'm not mistaken, last year you had a turnover of 55 crores, the present year. And next year, I'm sure you will double the business turnover, crossing 100 crore mark. So by supplying your recuperators and heat recovery systems, you have already generated a mark for Kalfrisa as a brand. Now, could you give us a reference of your recent orders that you got in India and the specific ones which you are proud of?
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Mukherjee, for your positive comments about us. Actually, all the leading engineering companies and steel makers welcomed us warmly whenever we wanted to serve them, whenever I visited them. It is not me, I tell you honestly. It is not me, but it is the brand. This brand is already established. Instead of Rajesh, if Suresh will go, it will have the same effect, because this brand is an established brand. So you will not go to the face or name of a person selling some quality product. Quality matters. So wherever I visited my old office of Phoebs, Tenova, Danieli, everyone welcomed us, and we got all positive responses from them. Apart from them, the engineering companies, manufacturing companies like Tata Steel, ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel, we got a very good response from them, because they are really looking up for improved solutions over outdated and crude methods. Still, we are using the method. There are many big plants also. They are using the method which are really outdated. So we have to improve to sustainable solutions. And regarding last year's references, we really had a very good last year. And we would be happy if we can repeat it. Like from the technological companies like Phoebs awarded us orders for JSW Bellary, 3 big furnaces of 350 tons per hour. recuperators for Tata Kalinganagar projects. And again, 350 tons, 2 furnaces. John Cockerill orders us for processing line heat exchangers. We got 4 units of DRI heat recuperators from ArcelorMittal Nippon Steel. And not only this, we also got many orders from Danieli, from some small manufacturers in India. Really, those were beyond our expectations. We really got a very good volume of orders last year. But I tell you, this is only one wing of Kalfrisa. We have to go in many other parts. We have to explore many carpets now. So with your wishes, maybe this year will turn well. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, and we wish you all the best and congratulations once again for the team effort that which you have been leading. And once we have Kalfrisa India, perhaps we'll have much more orders from the other business units of Kalfrisa as well, not just heat exchangers, but not just for recuperators, but for other business units as well. Now, as we all know, reducing carbon footprint is a major initiative taken up by World Steel Association and the global steel manufacturers on a war footing. This is something which is a hot topic. Now, how can Kalfrisa heat recovery system help in bring down the energy cost and reducing the carbon footprint, CO2 consumption, while generating adequate carbon credits, which we all know are traded in the future markets, in our integrated as well as in our secondary steel producing units. As we all know, we have a large number of the smaller players also in the steel industry in India today. Not just the big 5 major integrated producers. We have the smaller integrated small units as well.
Yes,
so
yes.
What kind of support can Kalfrisa extend to them? Which are the major areas you think your heating furnaces, your steel melting shops, where your energy efficiency can be increased in the plant with your innovations and R&D initiatives? You could just highlight that.
Okay. Mr. Mukherjee, it is really a very, very relevant question when we are dreaming of, or we are formulating, constituting a strategy to reach up to 500 MTPA by 2047. From where this energy will come? It demands huge energy. So either we have to conserve the energy, we should seal the wastage of energy. I tell you, it is not anything hidden. Even the newest plants, reheating furnaces, supplied 4 years, 3 years back, they are having their waste gas temperature around 400 degrees centigrade. Why? That means the tools used for exchanging the heat are not good, not efficient. That's what I was discussing in your last question, that still we are using some crude methods. We are not calculating the things. We are not having a better method to exchange those energies. So if we can reduce that waste gas energy to 100 degrees, up to 300, it will save a lot of fuel for us. Not only a lot of fuel, but also when we release less temperature waste gas into the atmosphere, we are reducing the carbon footprints. So Kalfrisa is having a strong R&D team, which is working with leading universities of Europe for different solutions. And also, we are planning very soon, as soon as the Kalfrisa India will form, we will focus to work hand to hand in coordination with the R&D team of steel makers like Tata Steel, JSW, ArcelorMittal, they're having their R&D team. So we can work together to find out different solutions that how to seal up the wastage of energy in entire steel plant. But this will be our agenda once the Kalfrisa India is formed, and let's hope.
Thank you, Rajesh. In fact, if you remember in our last BTech India conference in Mumbai, you spoke on the same lines and you mentioned that we are, let's say, a 6.2 or 6.3 gigacals per ton, which we should ideally bring it down to less than 6. That should be our target, to bring it down to less than 6 gigacals.
4.6, sir. 4.6 was the 4.6 gigacal our neighbors has achieved. So at least we can go up to 5.
Exactly.
More than 6.
Yeah. So I'm sure with your initiatives, this steel industry in India will have a lot to gain in terms, and energy saved is money saved, and you save for tomorrow's citizens. So that's the biggest advantage which energy saving can do. And you bring back a lot for the next generation when you contribute towards energy savings. So we now move on to a very important aspect because billet preheating system has a good potential for your business in India, with so many small producers using billet preheating systems available in the country today. So what solutions do you think Kalfrisa can offer for billet preheating in the major and the smaller steel plants in India? What is your scope of business that you have there?
Yes, sir. This question for tier 2 all manufacturers, like for billet reheating or preheating for before rolling, Kalfrisa supplied heat exchangers long back in 2008-9 to JSPL Patratu, and since 2008 till date, hot bundles are still operating. They have not changed those hot bundles. So I'm sorry. So it is really a long life. As far as small steel re-rollers are concerned, there are many steel re-rollers in India, and they contribute a great percentage, mainly in wire rod and bar mills. Even today, if you observe closely, there are very less number of heat recuperators in their furnace, first hand. Now, second situation is that there are exchangers which are inefficient. And thirdly, there are heat exchangers, they are leaking, but nobody is caring. So there are 3-4 situations of wastage of energy in those for those re-rollers. And what is the major concern? That all those re-rollers are buying fuel, because majorly they don't have byproduct fuel inside their campus to be used in their reheating furnace, like COG, blast furnace gas, mixed gas, syngas. They don't have. So what they are either using HFO, heavy fuel oil, or LDO. So they are buying these fuels. So this is more important for them if they can stop the wastage by using many heat recovery tools. So this is our agenda of this year, to approach to tier 2 steel manufacturing units, to visit their site, to educate them about this aspect, and certainly we can get results, and we can support those players in India.
Right. A very positive development ahead, definitely for the tier 2 producers, definitely. Now we come to the very interesting news which we are hearing, that Kalfrisa is planning to launch a 100% subsidiary, Kalfrisa India, which is on the cards very soon. And we would like to know, by when do you expect to launch Kalfrisa India as a separate entity, a separate company? And how do you wish to develop and grow this company to serve your potential customers in the Indian steel industry? You mentioned that you are only catering to a small, let's say, part of the entire portfolio of Kalfrisa. So you have a lot more to cater to in terms of your products and offerings to the steel industry. So as an energy management company, on a holistic level, how do you think you can help the customers and the steel industry in India? And by when do you expect Kalfrisa India to be formed?
Yes, sir. When I started with Kalfrisa in the year 2020, it took 1.5 years to understand the market, possibilities, and everything. And last year, management took a decision that we will launch 100% Indian subsidiary. And we hope that this will be formulated somewhere in mid-23 this year. And formation of Kalfrisa India will definitely provide more support to our customer bases in terms of frequent visit, understanding their problems more keenly, providing customized solutions. This will not only facilitate customer, but will also provide us an ease of operation. We are also thinking to make a manufacturing tie-up with some Indian companies to provide more economical and better services to our customers in India. And once the office of Kalfrisa India will form, this will give us more opportunity to explore the possibility of other portfolios of Kalfrisa. So I am also waiting. If you ask about me, I am also waiting for the day to come.
Yeah, thank you, Rajesh, and many congratulations in advance on the formation of Kalfrisa India. And I'm sure the headquarters must be taking it up on a war footing, so that they will also be interested to see how Kalfrisa locally caters to customers in this region. And like you have seen your peers like SMS, Prime Metals, Danelli, they have all formed subsidiaries to cater to customers not only in India, but to neighboring countries like Bangladesh and Southeast Asia.
Right.
Now, as a part of your R&D initiatives, how can Kalfrisa offer solutions in areas like waste heat recovery? Let's say primarily you are talking about COG, the blast furnace gas, or for that matter, syngas. So heat recovery from the waste heat which is generated by the steel plants, then creating a value chain towards the entire circular economy with reduce, reuse, recycle, and recover as a principal philosophy. How do you think Kalfrisa and its R&D efforts can help in offering new age solutions to steel plants today?
Yes, this 4R. We are already really Kalfrisa is working on these 4 R's. This is the basis of any energy optimization company. That we are recovering temperature from waste gas. That means we are reusing. We are adding this energy to combustion air. That means we are reusing that heat energy. So whatever fuel you use in the furnace, even if it is in-house from byproduct of your steel plant, or it is a commercial fuel like LPG or natural gas, but you cannot be allowed to leave waste gas at 400, 500, 600 into the atmosphere. And Tata Steel is working on it. Tata Steel has already told their senior management that within 2 years we should stop any that hot release into the atmosphere. So we are continually working to optimize our heat exchanging system so that we can more reuse the energy and we can keep our environment CO2 footprints lower.
Thank you, Mr. Rajesh Kumar, for elaborating on the need for our, effective creation of the circular economy, where the 4 Rs can be effectively utilized. Now, I'll come to a recent development just a couple of months back during October 2022. Your headquarters team led by Mr. Jose Maria Claver, Mr. Pablo and Mr. George Yuson, they traveled to India with the objective and aim of laying the foundation of a new Kalfrisa in this subcontinent, in the Asian subcontinent. Now, they also traveled, I understand, to ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel, and a couple of other customers as well. So, India, as I was referring to, India being the largest DRI producer in the world. And we have both coal-based and gas-based units. The modules are both coal and gas-based. One example, of course, is ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel, but there are a host of others who have, JSW has all the modules available. So, they have chosen every steel-making route possible. Now, in the DRI, because the future generation growth, when we are talking about 500 million tons by 2047, we are obviously going to have less of blast furnaces and more of DRI modules in the years ahead. So keeping that in mind, both for coal and gas-based DRI modules, what kind of heat recovery solutions do you think Kalfrisa will be able to offer to the DRI modules, which could be much larger than what we see today? It could run to the tune of 2 million tons, perhaps in the next few years. So what kind of solutions do you think Kalfrisa has in mind to take care of the DRI industry in India?
Yes. First, coming to your, there are 2 questions, 2 parts of your questions. So first part is a visit of our senior management to India. So our CEO, Mr. Jose Maria Claver, our Director Commercial, Mr. Pablo Ezequiza, and Jorge Bouchon, who is in charge of development business in India and in the subcontinent. They visited in month of October just to meet few key engineering companies and to visit some key people in India to understand the different possibilities. Also, at the same time, they visited the workshop, which we have identified that in the future we can go with a tie-up for local manufacturing. And also to explore deeply and to investigate deeply about the possibility of formation of Kalfrisa India. And after that visit, immediately top management has green flagged this mission, and now positively the concerned team is working on this. So this is point number 1. And I just want to add that this office will not only cater India, but this will cater entire Southeast Asia, Bangladesh, Middle East, and all. Regarding DRIs, Kalfrisa is making exchangers for DRI by more than 40 years. So we have a vast experience of it. And we have supplied complete DRI module heat exchangers, engineering, manufacturing, in fact, support in installation. So we did it for all leading DRI plants in the world. Recently, we also got orders from ArcelorMittal, Nippon Steel for replacement of some spare parts for their DRI unit. For any DRI industry, we have the capabilities to design and manufacture complete heat recovery system. Also, if you want to change complete heat recovery system in an existing installation, we can do it. We can supply you spare part according to original or new design drawings. We can provide you consultancy for optimization and improvement of heat recovery in your existing installations. So Kalfrisa could be a key support to the DRI industry in India. And just we have started exploring the possibilities that we are getting in touch with different customers. So let us hope we able to reach all of them.
Thank you, Rajesh. In fact, you have really highlighted the kind of dedication and commitment Kalfrisa has towards its customers in this part of the world, not just in India, but in neighboring countries like Bangladesh, Indonesia, and the entire Southeast Asian region. In fact, we understand Bangladesh is also growing very fast, and we have a lot of good opportunities. In fact, we are when we interact with our counterparts in Bangladesh, we realize that they are keenly watching the developments in Europe, and they want the technologies of Europe to reach their shores in Bangladesh, which I'm sure you will be able to cater to them, since you are a son of the soil who speaks Bengali so well. So I'm sure with the Bangladeshi customers also, you must be having an excellent rapport to take, let's say, your business forward. And last 30 minutes, we have been talking in general about Kalfrisa's activities. Now, I have a forward-looking question for you. Now, as the country business manager for India, Bangladesh, Indonesia, how do you see the future of your business prospects in India, and how would you like to see Kalfrisa India 5 years from now? Since you are talking about Kalfrisa India taking care of the neighboring countries, how do you see your future of your business 5 years from now, and what is your vision for the organization? How do you visualize Kalfrisa, and what is your vision for Kalfrisa India in the years ahead?
Thank you, Mr. Mukherjee. This question will be certainly taken care with great interest from my management before appointing me in any senior position. So like when I started, I honestly tell you, I didn't face too much resistance or too much problem because of the brand. So in next few years, what are the main constraints, what are the main hurdles coming in growing the businesses? Now customers, as soon as the scarcity of energy will come in the market, there will be less gas, less fuel, or the cost of the fuel are increasing. So customer will demand for better quality, better energy recovery, longer life of exchangers. And so in next few years, we have to be focus more on R&D wing to steer these challenges. And in next few years, as I told you previously, my target will be to enter into tier 2 steel manufacturing bases, to enter into the field of general waste and medical waste management system. You may find at several places how we are handling the general waste of our city. We are burning. We are not using it properly. But there are countries in Europe, they are properly handling those waste to generate electricity and all. We have the Kalfrisa have the capability of making it. So our agenda for next few years will be to focus on those areas. Also, we will try our best to focus on the preheaters for sulfuric acid plants. So to sum up in a nutshell, I tell you that Kalfrisa want to be the destination for the Indian steel producers to get an energy efficient, sustainable solution within next couple of years. And as a developing country, Kalfrisa will also focus on general and medical waste management plants to make our city more smarter. It's our government's agenda is to make smart cities. So without proper handling of waste, how can you make your city smart? So we have really some great plans to execute, Mr. Mukherjee, but let's try for the best.
Wonderful, wonderful, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. It was really a pleasure talking to you. And let me thank you and entire Kalfrisa team for the wonderful support you have extended to this industry. And I'm sure with your team effort and with setting up of Kalfrisa India, we'll have a wonderful future for Kalfrisa India in the days ahead for the benefit of the steel industry, not just in India, but in this entire region. So I wish you all the very best. And let me thank also your entire headquarters who have also extended the support to Kalfrisa India and their firm belief in the success story of India Inc. And as I keep saying, the future of steel lies in India. So we went end on that note, and we went live on YouTube. So you can share the entire YouTube recording with your headquarters and all those who wish to watch it. And today itself, the entire your entire transcript will go in publication in our magazine, which will be out in Jamshedpur day after tomorrow. You will get it in Jamshedpur when you're there on the 18th and 19th. So it will be there for you to see the reaction of the customers in India with regard to the positivity which Kalfrisa will bring in the days, months, and years ahead. And wish you all the very best, Mr. Rajesh Kumar. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr.